Everybody, it's the Fade here again with another Pokemon Go PvP video for you all here. I had another 5-0 run here with a bit of a mix and match team. We had a couple of games with the lineup you see here, which is Perrserker, Politoed and Alolan Marowak. Then we roll into a few games later that I'll explain to you the different composition as we go through. But the first game we had here, we had Perrserker on the lead because it was just sort of nothing but Charmers, so I really wanted to have that really hard counter to kick things off to make them want to change. With Politoed in the background with that Mud Shot, Weather Ball spam and Blizzard for all the grass and fairies that were coming along. And as always, you've got the AWAC at the end there with the Fire Spin, Bone Club and Shadow Ball. Alright, let's get into this first one. So we had Wigglytuff on the lead against Perrserker here, which is a really positive matchup despite the Metal Claw not doing as much damage to Wigglytuff because of the normal typing. So we will try and get as many Iron Heads off here as possible because if one connects, it is going to be pretty much game over here for Wigglytuff. So we're going through here now. We managed to draw out that shield. That's fantastic. So we've already got shield advantage right off the gate here. We're going to try and get that second shield here, which they're going to have to drop if they don't want to lose Wigglytuff. Will they drop it? Yeah, they've done it. So now we've got double shield advantage early on here. And Perrserker is just going ham, so I'm going to go for the quick swap there and bring in a bit of Politoed Weather Ball spam action here. I mean, a Blizzard would one-shot this unprotected Wigglytuff. So we'll keep it going. We drop that shield there early, just for a bit of protection. Sorry, it's Surf Politoed, not Blizzard. Apologies. So we're going for that Surf. That'll do a decent chunk of neutral damage there. Look at that. Good chunk. We'll kick straight into a Weather Ball here, and that'll just about finish off this Wigglytuff and force them to move on to the next Pokemon. So we'll have the Excellent coming through there, which now puts Wigglytuff out of the equation, straight into an Alolan Muck here. And dropping the Surf, it does a good bit of damage. It's not world-beating damage, but it's a good amount of damage to open up the gates for the rest of the team here. So we'll continue to just absorb the damage here on Politoed. We'll just accept defeat here. That's the end of Politoed. He's done what we needed. We are sitting on an almost dead Perrserker there and Meganium. That's Meganium, not Alolan Marowak. Alright. So we've got the Meganium with the Frenzy Plant there and the Earthquake, and the Frenzy Plant will come in here and just pretty much one-shot Alolan Muck here. So we'll say goodnight to Alolan Muck here. Oh no, he's held on to 1 HP there in a dream. This will do a good piece of neutral damage on Meganium, so you've got to shield that. Meganium here with the positive matchup here against the one-on-one shout here to Excadrill. One Frenzy Plant will pretty much be the end of Excadrill here. Excadrill is super effective, weak to grass attacks, and we'll say sayonara there to Excadrill. So that's the 1-0 start there with the Perrserker, Politoed and Meganium squad. We'll move on into the second one with Perrserker on the lead against another Wigglytuff. And we know already that the Metal Claw doesn't do as much damage as we would have liked against the normal typing there, but the Iron Head will be good enough to draw out the shields. I went for a foul play here because I was hoping that they miscounted so I could save a bit of energy. But unfortunately they must have read it properly, and I can now have to refeed that Iron Head, which does take a bit of time here on Perrserker. But we had a bit of lag there, so it cost us the Excellent. Unfortunate, really. But the Iron Head coming out is unshielded, and it's a one-shot kapow. See you later, Wigglytuff. Now we've got Hypno coming in, which is another positive matchup. But can we get to the foul play? We do get there, so this should bring about a shield. If it doesn't, it'll do a good chunk of damage. Let's see what we get here. And we managed to bring out the shield, so we have shield advantage now. We'll just let Perrserker get drained down. Hypno has had a bit of farm. So we'll bring in the Politoed here because Meganium is weak to psychic moves. So we'll put up that protective shield here on Politoed just to save a bit of energy. We already have that shield advantage. So we can just spam the Weather Balls now. They'll do a good bit of neutral damage here on the Hypno. So we'll see that come through. It'll do a good bit of chip damage right there. That'll wear him down slowly but surely. We won't take this one because even if he does another Ice Punch, it won't be that bad. So we'll take the Ice Punch on the chin. It does nothing. It's not very effective. So we'll keep trying to feed it. But Snorlax comes in here now. So we'll feed up, and farm. We'll try and get that Surf off here, because if you can get the Surf off here, it does a bit more damage than Weather Ball. I don't think that they would shield that. See, as you can see, you get a good chunk of damage from the Surf, so I'll farm up another Surf. Will they throw the shield just to keep a bit more health on Snorlax, since they're a bit down in the dumps when it comes to the HP totals? They've not thrown the shield. Snorlax is getting eaten alive here by Politoed on these Surfs. So we'll just let this one go through. This may or may not be enough damage from the Heavy Slam. Or, oh, he's got the Superpower, so that'll be enough to get rid of Politoed right there. Now we bring in Meganium. That'll be with the weakened defense of Snorlax, so we can just take the shield here and feed down. As you do, we will actually not take the shield and eat that Superpower, because it won't be that effective against Meganium. So we'll hold on to that shield so that we can double farm against the Hypno here, who has the advantage for the effectiveness of Psychic on grass. So we have pretty much 2 Frenzy Plants ready to go here. This will draw out the first shield. And then the second one's ready to go pretty much straight away. And bang. There we go. That's game over. That'll bring us to 2-0 here with the Perrserker, Politoed and Meganium team. The Frenzy Plant says goodbye to Hypno. Here we go. Throw your hands, throw your arms up. There we go. You got the win. Now we move to the next one with Perrserker on the lead. It is against a Ninetales Alolan form. So we have the advantage here already with the Steel typing, so it'll be super effective damage. We'll be continuing to pump that in, but we get the early change which sees a Substriker come in. This would be a good time to switch to that Meganium, considering that the electric typing doesn't really do much damage to grass. We have Perrserker here throwing out the Foul Play, which draws a shield, and for some reason I've kept Perrserker in. Some would say that's a bit of a dumb move. We've wasted a shield there, but the Wild Charge would have done a chunk of damage. We'll bring the Meganium in now, and that will be a strong advantage here in the 1v1 matchup. That will be another Wild Charge, but as with the grass typing, this won't do a great deal of damage. It does enough, but not a great deal as it would have on one of the other Pokemon that we've got over there on the shelf. We'll bring out the Frenzy Plant here, and if it goes unprotected, that's Substriker's day done, and he's heading back to the dugout. And just like that, Substriker is gone. So now we've got the Alolan form Ninetales back here in the action, and the Frenzy Plant's going to come in quick. If they do not shield this, this will be a one-hit knockout. Are they going to draw the shield? There it is. So we've managed to draw the shield advantage now. If we can't get to another Frenzy Plant, we won't be able to. So we'll just have to sit on that shield. And we aren't able to drop down Alolan Ninetales with the Steel typing there. So we'll have to throw up that shield because the Psyshock would have done too much damage there. We don't know what's in the back yet. So we've managed to feed up. They have no protection. We have a Foul Play and an Iron Head ready to go. It's a Mew. We have pretty much 2 charge moves to go here. We have a heavy advantage coming into this one now. The Iron Head comes out, does half health damage. We're going to try and get to that Foul Play here. Do we get there before the Mew does? No, we don't. So that's a bit unfortunate, but we do have a closer here for the team that's going to make it pretty easy to finish this one off against Mew. In comes Politoed. We'll have that Weather Ball up in a couple of seconds. Bit of lag as always, and as you can see, the Weather Ball's come in strong, the Water type Weather Ball, and that'll be the end of Mew, and that moves us to 3-0. So that's a pretty good run so far with this Perrserker Politoed Meganium side. All the moves are over there underneath my beautiful face there, everybody. So if you want to try and copy this team, feel free. That is the team there on that side of the screen. So in this one, we have actually switched out the Meganium for a Galvantula. The lead here for Perrserker being switched out for the Galvantula, which is a positive matchup here against the Vaporeon, which gives us a bit of an advantage here with the super effective electric damage, but gets pulled very quickly for a Victory Bell. Bit of lag there leaves us a little bit vulnerable there to the Razor leaves because, well, we're just sitting there before the actual press gets registered, which is a Niantic special. We drew out the first shield, and unfortunately that bit of lag has cost us Galvantula, but we can come straight back in here to the iron typing, or the metal typing here with Perrserker. We can throw that iron head here to draw out their last shield. If they do not use it, then this will be a one-hit KO. Will they throw out that last shield? They do, so we now have 2 shield advantage, which is huge. So we can afford to throw a shield here just to keep Perrserker up, because we do know we have that Vaporeon coming back on the lead role for this team. So we want to try and hold on to our energy as quickly as possible. We won't be able to farm down. It's a nice idea, but it's not going to happen. The Iron Head here will do mass damage. It'll get rid of Victory Bell, which means we might see the Vaporeon come back in because that Aqua Tail is rather fast. Correct, we have the Vaporeon back. We won't get to another charge move. So that leaves our Politoed here to fight it out against an entire 2-man roster, basically, because this Vaporeon is at 70% health. So it's basically 1 in 75% Pokemon that Politoed has to defeat. He has 1 shield up his sleeve, and he's sitting on that Blizzard here. Obviously the surf is now TM'd out. So look at that, we've got a bit of chip damage there. The Aqua Tail is going to come in again. We won't use the shield because it won't do a great deal of damage here on Politoed, who has that water typing. So we can continue to eat this damage up from Vaporeon. We'll farm down a little bit. This Weather Ball should do enough to see the end of Vaporeon here, which means we do have 1 shield and a Weather Ball up our sleeve for the last Pokemon, whatever it'll be. If it's a Fire type, it'll be great, and we've gotten lucky there. It's a Magmar Fire type. We'll be able to drop 2 Weather Balls on him, but we might not even need the 2. 1 should be enough here to say goodbye and put us on 4-0 right here. That would be amazing. Look at that. Boom. Big Kapow right there. Super effective shot on Magmar. He is gone. That was a huge shot coming in there from Politoed, but we're now into the last game here with an Altaria lead against our Perrserker. And that's not a very favourable matchup, unless we can get those foul plays unprotected. You would probably want to pull Perrserker at this point against a Mud Shot Swampert. But he's only done the Muddy Water there, so we'll pull him out straight away and bring in the Abomasnow, who's made his return here. Alright, so the Abomasnow is back here, and we have a positive matchup here against this Swampert. If we can get that Energy Ball here that's Grass typing unshielded, that'll be enough for a 1-hit shot on the Swampert. So we're going to try our best here. We're going to get to that Energy Ball. Are we going to draw out a shield? We'll overcharge there just so we have a bit up our sleeve. If we look at that, we're going to hit that excellent with ease. Is it going to go unshielded? No, we've drawn out the first shield because they know that would have been a 1-shot KO. So we'll try and hard spam to get to this Blizzard, or this, not Blizzard, sorry, this Weather Ball. If we can get that Weather Ball and draw out that second shield, that'll be fantastic. If they let it go, then we're going to have to go for a second Weather Ball here, which would be enough by the time we get it to get rid of this Swampert. We might not even need to get there, to be honest. We could just farm down here. He will get another... No, we got rid of him in time. He's been pulled. Now Altaria is here, and that is a terrible matchup here for the Dragon typing on ice. We're going to throw out that Ice Weather Ball here, and it's been blocked. They've got no more shields. We'll be able to get another Weather Ball off here before they can do anything. This will do super effective damage because of that Dragon type. And also the Flying type doesn't help out either here, so we'll see huge damage come in, bam, and we might even be able to switch out and bring in the Alola Marowak. And he'll be able to eat the Sky Attack, but we'll shield it anyway just to save some energy and some health. And we'll see the Dragon Pulse come through, and then we can just farm down this Altaria. And we'll probably see the Swampert come back. They shouldn't do that, but we might. Yeah, Swampert comes in with the Muddy Water. We've had to shield that one, so we will have no shield here for whatever the last Pokemon is that comes through. And the last typing that comes through is Fairy Azumarill. So look at that, Fairy and Water. That's not a good matchup for Alola Marowak in the slightest. but we are sitting here with good bit of energy up our sleeve. The Shadow Ball will do a decent chunk of neutral damage on the Azumarill. We should be able to get to a Bone Club here, which will do another good chunk of... Well, this won't do good damage, but it'll do chip damage, which will help us get to the finish line a bit quicker. There we go, a bit of chip damage. Now we're energy dry, so the Azumarill will be able to pull off a move in that time. And if it only has Ice Beam, then I'll survive and be able to get to another Bone Club, which would be very handy. There it is, an Ice Beam, so I'll survive. I may even be able to... No, I would not be able to farm up to a Shadow Ball because of the damage from the Water Gun there. Or Bubble Beam, sorry. So we're going to hit this Bone Club up, and this Bone Club is going to do another little bit of chip damage. And we'll both be a little bit on the dry side of energy. We can bring in the Perrserker or the Abomasnow. It's a tough decision. Both have a good advantage here. We've gone with the Abomasnow, who will feed up the energy there to the Azumarill, which was a bad move really, but we have enough for the foul play and that'll be game over. That gives us the 5-0 wipe here all. That is quite enjoyable to achieve. Unfortunately it's early on, so we're not going to be getting any legendary drops or anything like that. But we've done well there, everybody. A good 5-0 start to the League, Great Battle League Season 7. We've already hit up that 8-win streak. We were hoping to go a bit better, but unfortunately we got stopped. We did hit that 15-win streak last season, so we're going to try and hopefully beat that this season. That's the target. We did run some pretty interesting teams here with the Perrserker. The Perrserker is a good lead-off. I would recommend building one the way that you see there because it's very handy against all the fairy types that you do come across. But with that said, everybody, that's the Fade, signing out. Happy battling.
Hey everybody, my name's The Fade. Thanks for tuning into this YouTube video. I stream weekly on Twitch at twitch.tv/TheFade with a 4 and a 3. Weekdays Monday to Friday, 9:30 AM to 5 PM CET. Be sure to drop by the stream and give it a look.